Hello everyone, welcome back. I am Neeraj. In this session, I am going to add some CSS styling to our Chai Router HTMX demo application. This is our application. It works, the basic functionality is working fine. But the only problem here is that our UI looks so simple. Okay, so let us add some CSS styling to make it more appealing and more elegant. And in order to add some CSS styling, so I'm going to use Tailwind CSS. That is a very modern one, and I believe so we must be familiar with the Bootstrap CSS frameworks, because for years so we have been using it. But Tailwind is a modern one, and this is literally very flexible enough. So let's do that. So I'll go to the documentation, and first of all, so we will need to install it. So installation is also very simple. So we can go with the like we can compile it and we can build it as per our own using Tailwind CLI. So, but for the sake of simplicity, I am going to use with the CDN approach. So I'll click on this tab and simply just need to copy this, and I'll come back to our code, and here I'll very simply paste it. So this way, so our Tailwind CSS should be applied. And however, this is not the way, I mean, in a production environment, we should go with the Tailwind CLI approach, because that is much more powerful, and that will give us several features. Okay, so we have added the Tailwind, and we can reconfirm it. So this is, so we are getting it. Okay, so previously, so we were having this vanilla CSS box, and that is no longer is there, and it means that we are having this Tailwind is taking effect. So, but first of all, so what I'm going to do is that I am going to have a border over there, and I'll have some padding and margin from across the corners. So let's do that. So this is the, and here I'll add first of all, so P maybe 6 would be fine, and likewise the margin 6, and we will reconfirm it. Okay, so our this please, this container is having some margin and padding, and I'll have we will need to have some border. So Tailwind is having a great documentation. So whatever component item you need to use, so we can simply search for here. So let's say I'm going to search for the border. So let's say border. So all the borders, all the attributes for the border. So that is, so they are here. So first of all, so we will need to provide the, let's say, what should be the border width. So let's say I'm going to have the border width of 2, and the color would be, let's say, border and black. So let's see that, and I'll refresh it. So we are getting the same border effect, and we can I mean we can go we can check, and whatever attribute we need to use, so we can simply collect it, and we can collect it, grab it from the documentation, and we can use it. First thing, I think we should add a container, so that our this whole content could be center aligned with some left and right spacing. So let's add the whole content inside a container. So I'll start a div over here, and let's close it just before the body, and here we will add some class that would be container and mx auto, and let's say I wanted to have a spacing on the axis, let's say 2, so px2. So let's see what happens and what is the effect. Okay, so now our application, this UI looks a little better actually, and also add some uh, for this H1, so let's add some styling over here. So text center, and we at any given point of time, so we can come to the documentation and we can check for the font. Let's say if we want to check what are the attributes for the font, so we can search for font, and here we can like, let's say font light, font normal. So I wanted to have font extra bold, so we will use this one, font extra bold. And likewise, so we can and here for this, these are buttons. So but they are not they don't look like buttons. So let's add let's make it appear like buttons. And also I think like here we are having some margin, so let's remove the margin from the container so that it would look aligned with the our container. Okay, we can add some margin top to 6 and margin bottom to 6. So let's see that. Okay, so for the margin bottom, okay, not margin bottom MB, it should be MB. Okay, so now our this UI looks little better, and we will add some we will make it appear like buttons. Okay, so here for the buttons, so let's add some CSS classes. So let us add the class attribute. What I am going to do is that I am going to make it a background color, and the text color would be white. Okay, so let's add some background color, and background color, let's say red 50. Okay, it's BG, not background. So what? So here we can check for the colors as well. So I am going to, I think like this orange 500 would look good. So let's use it. So actually it is little different from the bootstrap. So but this is better. This is quite modern. So BG orange, and for the text color, so I'm going to use color as color white, so that it could look like buttons. Okay, so this is, and also add some padding. So for the padding, let's say padding of 3, and like this. Let us also add some border of yellow maybe. So let us say it that it is going to have a border of 2, and border color would be, let's say, yellow, border yellow. We will check if the yellow is not there, so we will check border color. We can come here and we can check the best part is that it is having like, let's say, border orange 50 100. So it signifies the intensity of the color. Yellow is there, but yellow 950 should look good, I think so. Or maybe some green tint. So border lime 950. So I'm going to use border lime 950, border lime 950. And let's check it. Yes, it looks a little better. And the only part remaining is we can change the font color to white. So let's say why this color white didn't take effect. I'm going to use text white. It is not font, rather it is text. So let's add text white, and let's see how it looks. Okay, so now it looks a little better. So let us simply just in order to save the time, so just simply copy it and let's paste it. And also I think like let's also move this button in this menu kind of thing so that it would look synchronized. And however, still we have to work on the product component. But actually, my thinking is that first let us complete the article component, and then only we will go for the product component. And actually, in fact, that would be simply copy paste of most of the stuffs. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now it looks good. So product button. So we didn't bind the mapping, so that is not taking any effect. But when we click on the click me, so this looks good actually. So to me it looks good. And for the article list also we can make it center aligned inside this container. So for that we need to go to the our this post component, and here we will add some class. Let's say text center. So let's see that. Okay, text has come to center, and we will need to for the font extra bold. So this time, so I think like font bold would look good. Font bold. So let's see. Okay, fine. So this looks good, and we can also have some margin from the very top. So let's add some margin into our where we define the our global one. So here I'm going to empty, let's say empty 6. So empty stands for the margin top, and we will refresh it. Okay, so now it looks good. So that's all for this session, and I'll see you next. So till then, take care and happy coding.